Hello, my dear students. Welcome to CR Digital Classes. Today, we are going to discuss about the switch statement with syntax and examples. Now, what is a switch statement? Switch statements are said to be as case control statements. Switch statements are said to be as case control statements, and in the question it might occur. You can come across with either you go with the discuss about switch statement with an example, explain in detail with switch statement, or write the syntax of switch statement, something like this. So whatever the question may be, the answer would be the same. Now here, if we start with the introduction part, now what is a switch statement? There is nothing but on and off. We have a switch, regular switch, we say it as either off and off. That is the reason here, that is only one particular statement or one particular case is executed at a period of time. So that is reason we say it as switch statement. Now here we can just check it in the normal way. Now why we have gone with the switch statement? Switch statement is coming as a relief to us, where we do not have the headache of the braces. We do not have the headache of the braces. If we have n number of braces, it is very difficult to handle which particular braces is for the opening and which is for the closing. For that reason, we can either shift our code for switch statement. So that is the reason you can include n number of cases. So we will talk about much more in the later slides. Okay. Now first is here a multi-way branching. A switch statement is said to be as case control statement, or multi-way. Why it is multi-way? It's nothing but n number of ways are there where you can decide which particular case has to be executed depending upon the condition of the user. So why we are using switch statement? In order to avoid the if and else headaches. That is, if I don't want to dangle, or I don't want to have my in between the opening and pressing parenthesis. I don't want to take the headache of the codes which are given with the curly braces. So that is the reason I shift for switch cases. Now next one here is because it is efficient and it has the scope of the readability and the complexity is reduced, we go for the switch statement. Now here we just, if we can look out the switch statement syntax, okay, this is the particular body, that is, it is nothing but it is the premises of your switch statement. Okay, where it is having only one particular, that is only one particular closing and opening and closing parenthesis. Now what is this here? Case. Switch is a keyword. You have to give your expression based on the given condition, it will execute if. Okay, now this is your syntax. Now here it is a case is a keyword. Okay, case is a keyword. Okay, value is nothing but whatever the value which we are assigning it. Now once you are done, what you are doing, if the case is matched, you have to come out of the particular code. That is why we are using break statement. They are using break statement whenever you are coming out of the case, because if you don't give the break, we will be in the particular case only and we cannot come out of the particular break. Now whenever you are going with the case, okay, case value 2. Okay, now here if I don't give the break, I will be handling here, I cannot come out of the code. So what I need to do here is I need to give the, that is, I need to give the break statement. So when I'm giving the break statement, it helps me to come out of the particular code easily. That is the reason I give the break. If there is no case which is being matched, what happens is you have to leave something for the user. Then you have to give a particular block, that is nothing but a default block. So default block is a block where you are executing the code. If no cases are matched, we are leaving something or the other message to the user. That is the reason we give the default block. Okay. Now next here is we'll talk about the with an example. So what we have learned was there is an expression which it should match. There are the case labels which they have to mention it. Either you can mention the with the numeric value or with your alphabet value, whichever value you want to take. There is a break statement which exists after every particular case is executed, and a default case. If there is no match, then it is have to give some message. That is the reason we give. If you don't give default also, no problem. It is left as an optional point. So we will see it with an example. Now you can see here this is an example of your switch statement. What you are doing, you are entering your choice. Okay, print and enter a number that is from 1 to 3. So here the choice is accepted. Okay, we are saying 1 to 3. So here the choice is accepted from the user. Okay. Now here what you are doing, you are giving the scanf statement where the choice is given. So for example, if I have given the choice, we'll see the code switch choice. Okay, case 1 you are giving choose one. You have chosen case 1, then giving the break statement. Then you have your case 2 which is being given as case 2. Like this it goes on. If the user, for example, we will take, if I have entered in my input value as 2, now what is executed is it matches with the case first, that is starting with the case 1 it is not perfect, so it will go to the next case. 2 is matched to the value which is being given by the user, so 2 is checked, and what all the statements which are available in the 2, that will be printed on the screen. That is you chose 2, that is the reason the value is mentioned over here. After printing it will come out of the particular statement. Now here, because the case has matched, you are not able to get any statement that is invalid choice. Otherwise, if I am giving the case value as 4, if the value is given by me as 4, now what you will do here is, that is here the value is given as 4. So what happens is there are no cases which are being matched with the 4. You will simply get a message that is you have been given a invalid choice. So this is an example where it checks with the case and given by the user. If the cases match, then it will be displaying its value. Otherwise, if the cases doesn't match, it will give a invalid statement. That is, a default block will be executed. So default blocks enables the user to give a particular statement if there is a no match in the cases. Otherwise, cases will be there. Next here, now if you can just look at the flow chart of your switch statement. First, we are evaluating the expression. Then we are checking with the cases. If the case match, then you are executing the case. And if you want to come out of the particular case, you are using break or continue statement. Now here, the key features or the key points which you need to remember with this switch case is, it works only with integer values as well as character value. That means you can take the case either in the numeric value or you can take the case with your alphabetical values. So that is why we are taking the help of integer and character data type. Then whenever you are going with your execution, now why we have to switch here? Because I don't want to use multiple if and else statements, because if I'm using if and else, I need to use the opening and closing, and opening and closing I have to use. So it is very difficult for me which particular statement I have to use and where I have to use. For that reason, what you are doing here is you are shifting, that is you are shifting your statements to the switch statements, where it is easy for me to handle the cases and execute based upon the condition. Now here, what is the next point which you need to remember is default case. What is a default case? It's nothing but it is given as an optional. If the cases are not matching, then the default block is executed. If we compare the values, if we are comparing with the if and else statements with the switch, that is all the conditions, that is if and else statements is a conditional statement where it checks with your, it works with all the condition. There is no restriction that you have to use only integer or character. It can check with the any value. And if and else statements are said to be as sequential statement. Sequential is one after the other. That is, the flow starts from the top to the bottom. Now, when you are going with a switch, it is jumping from one particular case to the other case. That is the reason we say it as jumping statements. Okay. Now, whenever you are going with the readability, it is less readable because there is a headache of the braces. Whereas in switch, it is having more readability because everything is an organized form in the form of a cases. When you talk with the speed, it is executing slow because it has to check with the parenthesis of opening and closing. Whereas with your switch, you can have, because it is having multiple cases, it is easy to access with the cases with regard to the switch. So now we'll check with the nested cases. What do you mean by the nested cases? When you check with your nested cases, okay, now what you are doing here is a case, nested switch cases are cases where you are having switch between another switch statement. That is, switch is having another switch statement, then we say it as nested switch. Okay, now where we use it in multiple checking, where it is used for n number of time. Now whenever you are checking with your multiple statement here, now just check with the condition here, that is switch case, that is x, that is specifying the expression. Now you are checking case 1. In this, you have a switch of y. Okay, in this you have a case 10. If x value is 1 and y is equal to 10, what you are doing here, if the user has given me 10, okay, now what you are doing, you are executing the statement case 1 and you are executing your case 10 and you are coming out. If not, what you are doing, you are coming out of the particular case 1 because we have stopped over here, we have stopped in between. So whenever, what is a break? Break is nothing but a breaking point, a stopping point, a terminating point where you're coming out of the particular nest. So when it is done, what you are doing here is, whenever there are some common mistakes which everything use it, where the users use it, that is whenever you are going with your float, that is if you are using the floating point values, it is very difficult to handle the error because again it may vary. Then again, when you talk with your, when you forget to give your break, it will just go on into the case and it will come out. It will not come out of the particular case. Now, if you avoid the default, it is very difficult if the cases doesn't match. So we have to use the cases properly, and we have to ensure that if there are no cases, something has to be left for the user. That is the reason we have to give the default block. Whenever you are going with your variable, what do you mean by the variable here? Instead of you are using the value, when you talk about the variables, if you use it, then again it is a common error. So these are the different common errors which we come across with your switch statements. Now when you talk about the switch statement here, switch statement is termed to be as a multi-way decision making statement where it evaluates the expression based according to the case. So if the case is executed, if the cases is met, then it will execute. Otherwise, it will not execute. It works only with the integers and characters, and it doesn't work with the floating point values. It is a very simple process where you don't have to take care of the headache of the multiple closing and opening of the parentheses. Then again, it is menu driven and it is having a fixed number of choices. So you need to mention the choices properly so that it doesn't close abruptly. So these are the summary points of your switch case statement. Thank you. Please like and subscribe to the CR Digital classes.